shot down the left sideline. Calhoun's wide open. Down the sideline, 10, 5, touchdown. Looking to throw into the end zone. Wide open, Noah Gray, touchdown. Give inside, Jackson, huge hole inside the 20. Deion Jackson is gone, touchdown. Throws down the middle of the field looking for Eli. Pinkel has got it, touchdown. To the left, fires that way, complete. Driving inside the 15, the 10, the 5 is Mateo Duran into the end zone for the touchdown.
There's one ball, everybody realizes that, and we're gonna find ways to get it around to everybody. And I think that's something that is a point of emphasis. We got a lot of talent on the edge, we got big receivers, we got good running backs, and we got great tight ends and great slots. So the goal is to play fast, get it around to everybody, and watch them make plays. That's what you do with athletes in space. You give it to them and let it do it for you.
Was this the most bizarre week one in college football history? Probably. Well, the 2020 season officially kicked off at Notre Dame, and the home opener awaits against Boston College. We welcome you into Duke All Access with head coach David Cutcliffe. I'm Rebecca Fiorentino. So with the season starting a little later than usual and training camp extending from August into the month of September, Coach Cut and company tried to get his team game ready while also dealing with the ramifications of playing football during a pandemic. In his nearly 4 decades as a college coach, you might imagine that this training camp was, as you can say, slightly different and required immense buy-in and discipline from his staff to his student athletes.
You know, most unusual camp I've ever been a part of, the combination of bringing a team back and in very short order you're practicing football. They've been gone 4 months, so the conditioning level is different. You have to take that into consideration. 1 week into this, you start school, so you really didn't have a traditional camp. So there's really no cookie cutter way to go about getting a team ready to play, kind of reinventing the wheel each day as you see where your team is. And our team's done a tremendous job of staying focused, willing. I believe, have gotten in better shape as we've gone along, and certainly the timing offensively and the things that you're trying to do defensively and in the kicking game. I think we've reached a point, because of the length of time we've had them now, we've reached a point where we're game ready. But it's going to be interesting to see, because you have nothing to compare this to from years past.
During training camp, Cutcliffe watched 3 quarterbacks who had never started a college game before compete to become the Blue Devils' QB1. Returnees Chris Katrenick and Gunnar Holmberg battled with Clemson transfer Chase Bryce. And while Bryce eventually earned the starting nod for the opener, all 3 made each other better with the way they approached the competition. Well,
we have 3 guys that competed to become the starter at Notre Dame, and what made it difficult was all played well. That's a good problem to have, but it's still, you call it a problem. You have to make a decision. The problem is there's not enough reps to go around for 3 for an extended period of time, which we really kind of had to do that. And we didn't get as much traditional scrimmaging as you might imagine, but it was a daily evaluation, and certainly they all competed. They wouldn't be human if they didn't all want to become the starter. I'm sure the 2 that aren't starting are disappointed and have had some angry moments, and that's what you expect from a competitor. They hadn't displayed it. They're great team people. But I think as we move forward, it's going to be a fluid circumstance, because they are all good players.
I think with my experience at Clemson and playing in a lot of games and playing a lot of football, that because I treated those games like I was a starter, and when I went in, I wanted to do well. I wanted to keep the offense alive and score points. That mindset hasn't really changed in going, transferring to Duke and this transition and everything. I treat the practice game, scrimmages, and team like it's a game. And I have to do that. I have to prepare myself that way. and I have to ready myself that way.
We're a black 5-3, black 5-3. Now,
there's no question that Chase Bryce deserves this start. As he got more accustomed to our system, you saw his elevation of play. He's got a lot of experience in ACC games, and that showed as well. And he's an outstanding quarterback. He's got absolutely great playmaking skills, big-time arm talent. So it's going to be exciting to see what occurs with Chase.
Duke All Access is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Together tastes better. By Continental Tire, for what you do. And by Gatorade, win from within.
Don't wait for tomorrow. Make the days count. Gatorade has carbs to fuel and electrolytes to help replenish, so you can count on the proven formula. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Nearly 150 years of experience goes into making each and every Continental tire. So you can trust with total confidence that our tires will deliver superior performance, no matter where the road takes you. Continental Tire, for what you do.
Only your steel dealer has the legendary tools to take on your to-do list. Real steel. Find yours. For the space you've always wanted. Pick up the lightweight FS38 trimmer or the hard-working BG50 blower. Only $139.95. Find yours at steeldealers.com.
You never know what's around the corner. That's why Ford is built for what's next. Rough terrain, we can help tackle it. A lot going on around you, we can help you focus. Driver in your blind spot, we can help you spot them. And to help you prepare for what's next, your Carolina Ford dealers are offering great deals on America's best-selling brand. Now, get 0 for 60 plus 1,000 trade assist cash or up to 5,000 cash back on Escape or Explorer. Contact your Carolina Ford dealer today.
Don't wait for tomorrow. Make the days count. Gatorade has carbs to fuel and electrolytes to help replenish, so you can count on the proven formula. Nothing beats Gatorade.
If you haven't heard it enough, this off-season was unlike any other. With the COVID-19 pandemic forcing college athletes everywhere into quarantine during one of the most important times of their year. The late spring and summer months are a time when players spend in intense training, working on their bodies, getting in shape, and growing their game. Not everyone had access to facilities and equipment at home, so Duke football players returned to campus in mid-July in various states of fitness levels. Because of self-discipline, determination, and the guidance from Noel Durfee and the sports performance staff, the team worked hard to get back into football shape. But that wasn't the only thing that helped them along the way. The implementation of science and technology that's proved to be a game changer in the weight room.
I think one of the things that's great is that we do believe in science over tradition, and Noel Durfee embraces it more than anyone.
The science part of it, the technology part of what we're doing is really taking the guesswork out, to be honest with you. It allows us to narrow down each guy individually to what they need to specifically to work upon, to make them the best player they can possibly be.
We have the ability to go in the weight room and we can actually test their acceleration with various weights.
So you can see the different exercises are programmed. The camera is set. We've set the camera to where we do certain movement patterns. So like back squat, it's set to be out front right here, so it's finding this barbell, all right? When it's red, it doesn't see the barbell. When they take the bar, come off, it goes green. That's when the camera's seen the bar, all right?
pretty amazing how much they're exerting, how quick they're moving a bar, not just how much is on the bar. And then at practice, we're getting an odometer, we're getting miles per hour, we're getting explosiveness.
It's a velocity-based system. It's a camera unit that mounts up on the rack. Each rack's got an iPad attached to it. So the player goes through and they tap in the exercise we're doing, and they put in their weights they're putting on the barbell, and they hit start. They go through their set, they complete the set, and then that data goes into the computer, which goes into the cloud, and then we pull it off our computers later on.
And we get this printout, and it's interesting. I look at it every day, because I do believe in this science. I think when a team displays a dip in some of those areas without telling you verbally, they're telling you something. And so Coach Durfee and his staff and Coach Durfee and myself really pay a lot of attention to this as to what we're going to do. And sometimes even I base a practice schedule of how long we're going to be out there based upon some of those readings.
As a player, I think that's going to help us become the best players that we can possibly be. The perches that we use now, the iPads, they take all the guesswork out of everything that we're doing. So the strength and conditioning staff would usually have to guess what your weight is and how to increase it over time or decrease it if necessary. But these iPads, they calculate the percentages that you're lifting at, and so they can tell how much effort that you're putting out and if these weights are the accurate amount of weight so that you can get the maximum amount of work that you need to get without overdoing it and injuring yourself.
It has brought to light some weaknesses that a lot of guys have. You know, you feel like you can move the bar and put a lot of weight on the bar, but we're trying to develop power and move the bar fast with weight on it. So we kind of really get a good look into where we're at with our numbers and bar velocity. We get to put in weights and adjust those with percentages. That's what our iPads and stuff like that do in here. That they do all the math for us, and we just get to go out and lift weights and get strong, get powerful, and that's the best part. All the technology we have in here only helps us.
You know, we're not in here to create great weightlifters and you know, things along those lines. Our job is to put the most dynamic player we can put on the field on Saturdays.
It's allowed me to improve my form when I'm doing power cleans or hang cleans or any other Olympic movement, as well as increase my bench and increase my squat and all those other movements. So they've been really helpful for myself, and I'm sure all my other teammates as well.
Yeah, let's go. Let's wake him up. Don't go early on me. Here we go. Somebody light me up. Boom. There we go.
Hey, Coach, I think Coach Fry is catching up to you on best calves.
No way. It ain't close.
Who's got the best calves on the team?
Me, right here. Look at these hearts, man. Look at these hearts. Here we go, big dogs. The best day yet, Jack. It's great effort. John, we'll give you the Mighty in Spirit Award, man. Yes, sir. That's the way to start us, right down the middle. Good, 1, 2, 7. Excellent. Ready, set. Set. Nice snap, Colin. Money. That's a really good operation right there, man. All right, Cole, finish us off right here in this spot. Nice, Charlie. Remember, Charlie, right? What's the most important thing post-kick?
Not show emotion.
No, I want you to show, yeah, you better get high fives from every single one of those guys, okay? That's the saddest thing ever when kicker doesn't get any high fives after making a sweet field goal, okay? There's merit in just being great at one thing and getting better. It doesn't matter the trickery, just being good at one thing. Good, okay, good. Good, Michael. That's good speed. That's what I'm talking about. Good. Hey, Aeneas, you're getting better every single time, okay? Keep doing that. You'll be a heck of a guy back there, okay? You got to be ready to give us a blow, okay? Let's go. We're moving and shaking, baby. Hey, listen to me. The break matters here, okay? The break. When I hear a preschool class clapping when we break, okay, that ain't great, okay? Let's get a good break. Let's get it, Jamar. Deep kick left.
Hey, boom on three, boom on three. 1, 2, 3.
There we go. I love it, Isaiah. That's what I'm talking about. We're about to go to war, baby. We're about to go to war. Good kicks today. A little better location, but I like the power. Okay? Here we go. Power on 3. 1, 2, 3. Power. Run off.
Even though we can't have everyone gathered, we found new ways to make each occasion special. We're keeping your gifting experience both safe and personal through Reeds.com, answering all your questions and guiding you to the perfect present, just like we have for over 70 years. Family always finds a way to celebrate life's moments together, no matter what. You won't just shop with confidence at Reeds Jewelers and Reeds.com. You'll feel like family.
Nearly 150 years of experience goes into making each and every Continental tire. So you can trust with total confidence that our tires will deliver superior performance, no matter where the road takes you. Continental Tire, for what you do.
Only your steel dealer has the legendary tools to take on your to-do list. Real steel. Find yours. For the space you've always wanted. Pick up the lightweight FS38 trimmer or the hard-working BG50 blower, only $139.95. Find yours at steeldealers.com.
Let's talk about math. Fuel points math. For every dollar you spend at Harris Teeter, you get a fuel point. 100 fuel points equals 10 cents off per gallon. 200 fuel points equals 20 cents off per gallon. 1,000 fuel points equals $1 off per gallon on quality fuel. And if you're shopping at Harris Teeter with your Vic card, your fuel points are already adding up. Check the bottom of your receipt. Harris Teeter Fuel Points, an easy way to save on fuel.
See harristeeter.com for details.
Duke 360, presented by Continental Tire, for what you do.
They're working left to right off the right hash. Williams takes the snap. Here comes pressure with Rumpf. He doesn't see it. He's going down. Back at the 12-yard line. Rumpf gets him again.
The Duke defensive coaching staff has a phrase they like to use: dictate on defense. So often you think a defensive player needs to react to what the offense is doing. Stay back, see what they do, and then adjust your strategy based off of that. The Duke defensive coaches said, forget that. We want to be able to bring pressure, different blitzes, and dictate what the offense is going to do and make them adjust to us. We're going to look at a few examples of that from last year's Senior Day victory over the Miami Hurricanes. The Blue Devils came away with 9 sacks on the day. Impressive numbers, and a big reason for that ability to dictate on defense is the defensive line and the secondary working together in unison. Here you're going to look at Michael Carter II at the top of your screen in coverage on the out-breaking route here. Watch the lockdown coverage that really forces the quarterback to think to go with the ball elsewhere. Watch the eyes immediately going out there to see if the player is open. His receiver is not. He has to hold the football longer than he wants. Watch that little clutch there. Kind of pumps it to think twice, and that buys the time just long enough for Duke's defensive line and linebacking crew to get to the backfield and come up with one of their 9 sacks. This time it's Chris Rumpf doing a great job working over the guard in this situation. It's the Duke's defensive 3-down set where they've got 3 down linemen and a walk-around linebacker and Chris Rumpf. Expect to see a heavy dose of that this season. And great pass rushing ability by Chris Rumpf to get there and come up with a sack. So great pressure, causing the quarterback to think twice about where he's delivering the football, allowing the defensive line, the linebackers, to get home. Here's kind of the reverse of that example. You're going to see a little rub route concept by Miami, a really good offensive play call. 3rd down, they're backed up. And if everything goes well offensively, they pick up a 1st down. Watch the receiver here kind of run inside, and that knocks off Kobe Kwanzaa, the linebacker, who's got the running back in this case in coverage. Look at this space. When the quarterback throws the football that the running back has, it's kind of a routine throw and catch in most situations, would be a 1st down pickup, certainly enough there with the sticks. You can see because Kwanzaa has to go up and around the other defender and receiver in this rub route type concept. Why isn't it a 1st down? Well, this angle will show you. Similar look, 3 down defensive linemen. Here's Chris Rumpf again, Shaka Hayward, both returners, by the way, along that Duke front. play it through. As soon as the quarterback gets the snap, it's not a half second before he's got a face full of 2 defenders. Watch the pile drive basically at the end by Shaka Hayward, absolutely unloading on the quarterback, and that's what causes the ball to fall incomplete. As soon as the quarterback takes the snap, he's got to make some moves to buy himself a little extra time just to throw it away so that it's not a 10th sack on the day. Duke defense dictating on defense by being aggressive. That takes a lot of teamwork with the secondary working in unison with the defensive line and the linebackers, an immense amount of communication, and I expect to see a lot of that this season.
Here's Boone dropping to throw, looking, throws it up the right side.
Vintage Duke.
Underneath it, makes the catch. Jamison Crowder, 5, touchdown! Oh my goodness, what a play!
3rd down and 3, and Hada sends a man in motion. They pitch it back on the reverse, ball on the ground. Duke picks it up. Vinny Ray off to the races, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown! And the Blue Devils back on top.
He sends a rocket out of there that's going to drive the return man back inside the 10. And he fumbles the football. It is scooped up by Vinny Ray to the left side, to the 10, to the 5. Vinny Ray with a touchdown. Just that quick, the tide turns.
You know, when I was a Blue Devil, I remember just whenever the ball was on the ground, you always scooped and scored. It was just a habit we had in practice. It was an all-the-time thing, you know, it wasn't lip service. So when the ball was on the ground in the game, you know, we play for and make the breaks. Somebody made the break by running the ball and getting it out, and when one came our way, you know, we scored. That's one of the game maxims that we religiously said on Saturday before the game. And, you know, I see the ball on the ground, it was my job to pick it up and score.
They hand it off, fumble right into the hands of a Blue Devil. It is Vinny Ray, and Vinny takes off running, breaks 2 tackles. He's to the 25, Ray to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown!
Coca-Cola presents Quarterback Derby.
Welcome to Virtual Training Camp for Quarterback Derby 2020, perhaps the only football league not threatened by COVID-19 this fall. That's because it features 10 all-time great quarterbacks going head-to-head in a version of historical fantasy football. Their actual stats from real games against common opponents converted to fantasy football points to determine the winners each week. Our 10 players are divided into 2 divisions for a round-robin 9-game season, with the 2 division winners meeting in the Blue Devil Bowl. For our season preview, it's time to reveal the 10 competitors. First in the Steve Spurrier division, with 4 of the 5 having played for Coach Spurrier. First, Ben Bennett from 1982, Steve Sladen from 1987, Anthony Dilweg from 1988, Dave Brown from 1991, and finally Spence Fisher, 1994. And now for the David Cutcliffe division. First, Thad Lewis from 2009, Sean Renfrey from 2012, Anthony Boone from 2014, Thomas Sirk from 2015, and Daniel Jones from 2018. The results each week are based solely on statistics, but this report is based on highlights, so each edition will feature a look at the key plays that led to the outcomes, along with a check of the standings and the schedule for the following week. With that, here's the slate for opening week. The headliner, former teammates Sean Renfrey and Thaddeus Lewis square off against NC Central, as do Thomas Sirk and Daniel Jones. Dave Brown and Steve Sladen take on Colgate. Spence Fisher and Ben Bennett battle it out against Navy. And the 2 Anthonys go at it with mixed opponents, Dilweg versus the Citadel and Boone versus Elon. Next week, scores and highlights and the Week 2 schedule.
The Game Breakers.
Jackson's gonna go inside the 30 and gone, touchdown! Blue Devils down 2. Harris out of the shotgun, takes the snap, looking over middle field, great protection. Jackson's wide open, makes the catch. 10-5, touchdown!
Yeah, Deion Jackson, woohoo!
44 yards. Get the fireworks ready. The Blue Devils have the lead.
Duke versus Notre Dame, brought to you by Duke Health, official team doctors for Duke Athletics.
It has been a long time coming, but ACC football is back. And off we go from South Bend. Bryce out of the shotgun, takes the snap, looking to throw, fires to the right, complete. They'll have the first down across the 45 and more. Breaking free, into the secondary is Pankel, cutting outside left 20, inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. Here's second down and 10. Book takes the snap, here comes pressure, he's sacked! Back at the 9-yard line. Duke down 7-3 on the move though, over the middle of the field, Calhoun's got another one. Tumbling down to the 35-yard line. Fakes the pitch, now wants to throw. Got a man wide open, it's Gray. Tumbling down inside the 5 and out of bounds. It'll be first and goal. They spot him out at the 4. Bryce waits, surveys the defense, takes the snap. Gonna run it to the left, goes inside and scores! Here comes everybody. He's flushed to the right. Somehow he got away. Now he can run across the 30 to 35, across the 40. Chase Bryce lowers the head and takes it out to the 48.
A tough trip to South Bend against a really good Notre Dame team. That's not surprising. We knew when we came in here that we would have a huge task. I think the thing that we found out is that this team's capable. This team's capable of making plays against anybody. This team has good defense. It has good kicking game, good offense. We didn't make enough plays against a team that is going to make some plays themselves. So they made more plays, a 14-point loss. If you don't learn from losing, you got a problem. So I think we will learn a lot from this game. We've got a lot to look forward to. We play again this coming week. We play at home. Albeit a little different. We're going to miss all of you all that are our fans, believe me, more than you know. But we've got your cutouts. I've already seen them going in the stadium. So, again, this team will be anxious to go play. This team will be excited to play again. We got a few bumps and bruises that we have to take care of. We got to take care of our business academically, but we have a lot to go battle back, go to practice, work on, get better, and I hope that they're as excited as I am about just what kind of season we think we can put together. So it's going to be ever-changing potentially. Everybody's well aware that we have already had a schedule adjustment. That might not be the last. I think it can be as bizarre with the testing mechanisms that you may be playing somebody different on Saturday than what you practice for during the week. That's not going to be unheard of. So we're going to try to stay excited, smart, ready to go, and we look forward to playing for all of you all as soon as we can get back on that field against Boston College.